Good morning. Does anyone else think that it's kind of ironic that, we rave about this time of year, the holidays, enjoying one another, getting together with our families, and I don't think I'm the first one to say it. It is a stressful period of time trying to plan up to that morning of the day of Christmas, holiday joy, the supposed to be snow, picture perfect, holiday. My family is just not a family that does the normal anything. But this was the first holiday that I have been prepared for, or preparing for, in the last, I would say, like 2 to 3 years, let alone really even seeing most of my family. It's really hard. And I filmed this entire vlog, and I included some clips from beforehand because this is kind of my safe haven. I have spent the last almost 3 years now away from my life growing up when I was a child, and if you want some backstory, I grew up in a town of less than 6,000 people, so being very, very poor and an already kind of very in the middle of nowhere environment and having to adjust to a life, particularly that is just hopefully not the normal for anyone, but the person that I had been becoming has not been in that environment anymore. And I don't know, at one point I started separating who I am now and who I used to be, but I guess it just feels so far apart that the systems I put into place. I started reading this book called Atomic Habits, and it is big about the systems that you have in place in your life, and that it doesn't really matter what kind of goals you set if you don't have the systems in place to help you get to those points, to be able to have the organization, have the functioning skills to put in action to get to where you want to be going, then you're never going to accomplish your goals. The systems that I've been working so hard to allow myself to just be my daily routine, I realize have come from the lack of any sort of stabilization within my childhood. And I am now returning a 21-year-old who has spent the last 3 years, made the executive decision to drop out of college because she realized she had no idea what she was doing, both financially, educationally, philosophically. I just didn't know what I was doing. I still don't even really know what I was doing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I don't even know what I'm eating for dinner tonight. And I don't think that 3 years ago I was in a position to make half the choices that I've made now, and I'm really proud of that. And I feel like we separate ourselves so far sometimes because we don't want to kind of put ourselves back into a place where we feel like we need to prove or kind of test ourselves in a way. We never have to prove that we're becoming someone better or someone new, because we just are. And it's really hard to kind of realize that, and there are a lot of people that will hold things against you and your work ethic, how fast or how able you were to get certain things done. And at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of our drive comes from the fact of if we actually want to do something or not. And though, laziness does kind of come into play, I think it does come down to just trying to find things that make you feel the most happy and the most alive that you can. Returning home for me was great because I got to see essentially, where I came from. And though it's hard to return to a place where, you don't necessarily feel a whole lot of love, I think it's important to remember that once you do get older, you have a lot more control over the experiences that you have. And they can be happy, they can really suck, there can be aspects of it that are not ideal, but I can guarantee there are small, really good moments. They may be very, very small, but they will be there. And beautiful skies to our loving and beautiful animals to people we haven't seen in ages that really just want to give us a hug. And though we thought were going to be all of these uncomfortable questions that we were going to have to answer, just ended up being a warm cooked meal and a lot of hugs and beautiful scenery. So I really wanted to upload this video just because I am trying to focus more on loving my life and not loving my life because of what my life can be eventually, but really loving these small moments in my life that are eventually going to be these memories that I'm probably going to want to come back to. And I feel like we rush through a lot of these little moments, and it's hard not to because, you know, there's this constant mindset of, you know, you have to keep going to get to where you want to go. But sometimes you're exactly where you should be, as, you know, corny as it sounds. Even if you never imagined that you would be back there in the time limit that you had. So, small steps, small little things make up these greater ideas that help us find who we truly are, what we want to do, and it's all gonna be okay.
Sit. She got it.